We'll look at the sheets from today, and then we'll talk about what your homework is tonight. So this one says a chemist has one solution that is 50% acid. She has another solution that is 25%. How many liters of each type of solution should she combine to get 10 liters of a 40% acid solution? Okay, so we have two unknowns this time. We don't know how many liters of our 50%, right? So we're going to call that X. And we also don't know how much of our 25%. So we're going to call that Y. Oh, I see so many of you writing that it's breaking my heart. None of you even started this problem?
I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Okay, do you see how I just picked out the unknowns? Man, look at me go. Okay. So then we're trying to get 10 liters, correct? And we're combining to get 10 liters. So is combining adding or subtracting? Adding. So all you're going to do first is X plus Y equals 10. Because these are the liters. Now this is the percentage of each. And we're trying to get what percentage solution? 40. Good. So we're trying to get 40%, which is 0.40. Now, how would we get a 40% solution? What are we doing? We're adding, right? So we know we're going to have a plus sign. And what are we adding together? Now, before you tell me, flip back to this front part. Now, we added X plus Y because that was 40 questions on this problem, correct? And then we did 2 times X plus 4 times Y because those were what? What was the 2 and the 4? It was the points for each. And what did we set that equal to? 100, because that's how many points our test was worth, correct? Okay, so now using that, what are we trying to find here? We're trying to find our 40% solution. So what do we know is our percentage of X? So we're going to do 0.50X plus what? 0.25Y. No, not Y like a question, like Y like the variable. I was just repeating you. Okay, now, do you want to solve it using substitution, elimination? What do you want to do? Elimination. Okay. Do you want to eliminate X or Y? Okay, so are we going to multiply the top equation by what? 0.25. So we're going to multiply this top, everything by 0.25. Blair. All right, and what's 10 times 0.25? Thank you. I don't know why I didn't know that. And then we just bring the bottom one over, correct? Now, before we go any further, does anybody have any questions on what we've done? You need to speak now, because you're about to do the other one that's like this without me. You are. This is why we're in pre-AP. Isn't it exciting? Same, Sean. Same. All right, are we going to add or subtract? Subtract, because they are what? The same sign.
Teachers, at this time, please go ahead and post your attendance. At this time, please go ahead and post your attendance. Thank you.
Okay, subtract with me. What am I going to get? Yes.
2.1.
2.1. Okay, and what's x? Oh, I gotta open a window. It's hot in here. Now, do you think we might have made a mistake somewhere in this problem? Why? What did we do? What did we get as our answer right there? Can we have a negative? No. Okay. Now, the reason we can have a negative is because we have amounts, right? We're measuring things. So go back and look at this part right here. Tell me what we did there. What, baby? Good. Thank you. Take a point. We were supposed to multiply point. All right, 0.4 by 10. Why are we supposed to multiply 0.4 by 10? Yes, we need to get 10 liters of our 40% solution. And here, we multiplied this percentage by X and Y, and these were our liters, but we didn't multiply this by 10 right here. So let's fix it. We didn't go too far, right? And what's 0.40 times 10? All right, and what's 2.5 minus 4? You're just kind of muttering at me. Okay. All right, now divide. Is it okay that we made a mistake?
Yes.
Is it better that we went back and caught our mistake instead of just blindly blundering on, hoping that we get it right somewhere along the way? Yeah. Okay. All right, and what do we get when we divide those two things? Did you say 6? Awesome. All right, so if X is 6, what's Y going to be? How do you know that? Look at you go. Take a point, Tater. Also, when I was grading your test, you guys didn't put your answer somewhere that I could read it easily or circle your answer. So if we could please do that in our notes so that we're practicing doing that. Okay. Now, I want you to take what we did here, and I want you to apply it to the antifreeze one. Bottom right. If you want to get to the point where you've just set up the equations and then pause so we can make sure we did that correctly, let's do that. But at least set up the equations without me. Thank you. Did y'all write down your unknowns? Look at us go. Does anybody have their first equation? Okay, somebody want to tell me their first equation? Look at you go. Take a point. X plus y equals 20. Did everybody get that equation?
Yes.
All right. Does anybody want to tell me their second equation? Why? It's the same thing that we just did up there.
0.80x plus 0.18y
Equals what?
0.8.
Let's just write it out as 20 times 0.15. I know what you were trying to get to. You were just struggling for a second. Okay. Did anybody else get this part correct? The second equation. Good. If one person at your table got it right, take a point. All right. Work it out without me. You can do it from there. Get 7.5 and 12.5?
Yes.
Yeah? Woohoo! Take a point for your team, Taters. Alright, so I decided to eliminate x so that I didn't have to multiply everything by 0.18 and get weird numbers. So I multiplied everything by 0.10, and I got 0.10x plus 0.10y equals 2. And then this turned into 3 when you multiply 20 by 0.15. So I subtracted straight down. 0.18 minus 0.10 gave me 0.08y. You have to be careful of this 0. You have to be careful of this 0 because 0.8 and 0.08 are two different things. If I have 8/10 of a pi, I have more than if I have 8/100ths of a pi, right?
Yep.
And then 3 minus 2 is 1. I divide and I get 12.5. Plug it back in and subtract from 20 and I get 7.5. Do we feel a little better? Not better at all? Eh? Okay. So we're doing animal grunts again? Cool. Alright, are we ready to go buy party supplies? Not like we're really not going to the store. The problem.
Antifreeze problem. I ended up getting 3.75, so 8.5.
Did you drop your 0 with 0.08?
Now I multiplied everything by 0.20.
Oh, you should still get the same answer though. I'll come look at it in just a second. Let's look at the party streamer one and then I'll come look at it. Did everybody do this one? One person, 2 people did this? Awesome. I'm super, that table is rocking it. Take a point. And Cameron, great guys, you're in pre-AP. I'm just going to keep saying that. Hope you pick up on it. Alright, let's look at this problem right here. So suppose you bought supplies for a party. 3 rolls of streamers and 15 party hats cost $30. Later you bought 2 rolls of streamers and 4 party hats for $11. How much did each roll of streamers cost? How much did each party hat cost? What are our unknowns? Streamers and hats. So I'm going to let X be my streamers. And I'm going to let Y be my hats. So then what's the... Why do you look so excited? Because you did this first part right and you're like, I got this.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the first thing, besides those of us who did this weekend, what is the first thing it gives us?
The amount of streamers and party hats
The amount of streamers and party hats and...
at the total cost.
Good. Take a point. So how would I write an equation for that first part? Nope. They need to be able to do it without you.
Wait, so can't they?
Nope. They're going to read the problem and be able to figure out how to write an equation. Equals. Good. Take a point. Now, let's just have a conversation. It's January. At this point, you should be able to answer me. And we should be fine if we get something wrong, because at least you're trying. It is okay to make a mistake. It is not okay to sit there and not try. 1, you're in pre-EP. 2, you're in high school. 3, what are you going to do the rest of your life? You're going to sit there in fear and not do anything? Come on. Now, we go back to the store and buy other things. Somebody else told me the second equation. Jayla. Equals what, honey? Good. Take a point. Are you so excited?
I mean, if I don't do something right, so.
Isn't it such a nice feeling? Yes.
Are we able to multiply both equations?
You are able to multiply both equations. What would you multiply the top equation by?
2.
And what would you multiply the bottom equation by? 3. Fantastic. Finish this problem without me. You want me to put a time limit on you? Because we're about to get to that point. Come on, guys. This is what I got. 6x plus 30y equals 60, right? And then 6x plus 12y equals 33? And then you subtract?
It's 18.
Thank you. I was just sitting here staring at it like, I know I've done something. What have I done? And then 60 minus 33 is what, 47?
27.
20. Oh, ham sandwich, guys. What am I doing over here? And then, what do you get? And that's it. We are okay to have decimals this time because it's the price, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's $1.50. And then, has everybody gotten X?
Yes.
What'd you get for X? 2 point, so $2.50. So $2.50 and $1.50. How many of us got that right? If 2 people at the table got it right, take a point. Do we need help on the cleaning supplies? Those of us that started, are you good? What? What? What is it, Tater? Okay, if you haven't started, get started on the cleaning supplies. Oh, this is our break-even one, like the one on the front, right? We've already done one like this, so we can flip back and use it. Unless we weren't here. Does anybody have their equation and want to share? You don't have your equation or you don't want to share? Okay, I'll give y'all a minute. Tell me your equation, please, sir.
4x plus 315 equals 25x.
Take a point. Now, the reason is because these are expenses and these are our income. And we're trying to see the point where we break even or where we get zeros. So now can we solve it from there? Are we done solving or do we need a mo? And what does x equal? 15? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what I've heard. Yay, fantastic. How do we feel? A little better after doing some more together? Okay, awesome. Are we ready to look at our sheet from today? We should be able to handle these. Like, these are super easy. Don't fold these yet because I haven't decided if we're going to put these in our notebook or not. We may put the notes in our notebook and do it as a booklet. I'll show you how, but I'm not sure. Make the whole thing. Who knows? Alright, so let's look at the first one. It says, and this is the mystery numbers, so everybody should be on the mystery numbers, correct? Alright, at the top it says, the difference of two numbers is 34. Their sum is 338. Find the numbers. What does difference mean? Okay, and we don't know what the numbers are, so we could call it A. A minus B equals 34. And then it says their sum is 338. So what do we do? Good, take a point. Are we going to use elimination or substitution? Are we going to add or subtract? And it really just depends on which one we want to eliminate, correct? If we wanted to eliminate A, what would we do? And if we wanted to eliminate B? Alright, let's eliminate B. $372?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, and then you divide by 2, and what is A? Okay, so how do we get B? Plug it back in. Does it matter where we plug it in? Nope. I'm going to plug it in the bottom. And B is 152. Dun, 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 dun. Can you handle the next one without me? This is a good one. I don't know yet. How about we set up the equations on this one and then stop and check before y'all go too far down the rabbit hole. So set up the equations on the second one, please, children. This is throwing it back to the beginning of the year when we had to write equations with words. We ready? Alright, it says one number is. So if we don't know what that number is, what do we call it? And is means equals. 17 more than. Remember, more than flips it around 3 times another number. So it would be 3y plus 17. Did anybody get that right? Hey, good. Take a point. And then it says the sum of the two numbers is 41. So you would say x plus y equals 41. Now, would we use elimination or substitution for this one? Substitution. But we could use elimination, right? So we know what x equals. We're going to take that and we're going to plug it in right here. Is everybody with me? So since we know that x is 3y plus 17, we're going to replace this x with 3y plus, are you cold? Okay, I'll show it in just a second. So we're going to write 3y plus 17 plus y equals 41. Solve it without me. What did y'all get for Y? All right, and what did you get for X? And we write it as 35.6, and we put a box around it. Yes, no, maybe so. All right, let's look at people have money, and then we're going to pick out our homework problems. Does anybody have any questions on the first two? Okay. Natalie has $84 more than Sierra. Together they have $458. How much money do they each have? Okay. Do we know how much money Natalie has?
Yeah. No.
84 more than Sierra, though, right? So we're going to let X be Natalie. And we're going to let Y be Sierra. All right, how would we write an equation for how much Natalie has? What, Tater? Yeah, the one above, not Alyssa. Good. Take a point. All right, because she has $84 more than Sierra, you would add 84 to Y. Or you could write Y plus 84. Either way. Does everybody see how we did that? Because it says more than, so you add. And then it says together they have 458. So what would we do with the two numbers? And you would write X plus Y equals. Fantastic. Work it out. All right, what do we get for X? And Y? All right, so I want you to do the problem about Alyssa and Eric, and then the back four problems. Staple these. I think we're going to turn everything in. I think we're going to turn it all in together and work on it for the whole week, even though we're doing another lesson tomorrow.